We are at episode 240, and before I share today's analysis, I would just like to go through a quick disclaimer that trading involves substantial risk and is not suitable for all investors. Also, the information which I'm sharing is for educational purposes only and cannot be used for any trade related activity. Okay, so let me just quickly share my screen and let's study the auction which developed yesterday, and are there any potential auction development paths for today. So one of the data points which I would like to share is, we are just going one time framing up. We had a sort of a stoppage around 12,800 levels, and after that the auction is just continuing higher. Okay, so the 2 day which has happened, I will consider that as a sort of something like a 2 day balance. Okay, and then second data point which I would like to share is the volumes are increased compared to the previous day. Okay, so what I've done is I've just added the volume profile chart for the 2 days auction which is developed, wherein this is the balance low, this is the balance high, and overall if you see the major fat area of the balance, that is this particular zone. So if you see, this is where the major distribution has happened, where a major balance is. Okay, just a second. Okay, I think I hit the hotkey to reload all the data, so just give it a couple of seconds and we will get the data. Okay, so what I was trying to share is, so this is the major area of balance, and this will act as the level of support. Okay, so today what I'm expecting is, so this is one HVN around 12,940. so what I'm expecting is continuation to the higher, and if we see some sort of exhaustion and some sideways development, then you can take a short trade, keeping your target first of this particular HVM and the second target of this particular value area high. Okay, so this is the overall trade plan which I'm having, because this buying activity which has came in, this was nothing but a sort of a liquidation break. A lot of people or a lot of traders, they were trying to short the market, they were trying to short, and this candles are the nothing but the stop losses which got hit. Okay, so I'm expecting some sort of reversal. So we need to see whether we see continuation higher, or whether we see balancing, or whether we see a reversal. Okay, odds of this or this happening are higher. Okay, so these are the references which I have marked. Now let me just quickly jump to the market profile chart on the left side. So here, just a second. Okay, sorry for that. So here, some of the things which I would like to share is, if we study the overall structure. So what happened is, so if we just study this balance, okay, this is where the auction opened. Opened and it got rejected around the half back. So this was one data point which I shared yesterday during the video, during the live session. Okay, so this was an immediate reference for me that this intraday reference will be getting tagged, and I was expecting further continuation to the lower side, which did not happen. What had happened is, this is where again buyers came in, and then the auction just reversed and went higher. So basically this was more like a stop loss hunting move. Okay, this is what has happened. Okay, so this is what the entire auction did. Basically this low, basically this low is a weaker low. The reason why this is a weaker low is because this is exactly at a visual reference. So let me just split this, and the visual reference here is the halfback. Okay, so at a particular halfback level is where again buyers stepped in, and then it took the entire auction to the higher side. Okay, so that is one data point. So right now there is weaknesses. The yesterday's low is weaker. Also the yesterday's high is weaker. Okay, so we have got poor high. Okay, so odds are higher that we will be tagging the first this level or reference, and then we might see some exhaustion, and then we might see some sort of a reversal. Okay, apart from that, we also have one, two, yeah. So these are again two more halfback references from intraday which are not been cleared. Thirdly, we have our triple distribution. So this is first balance, this is the second balance, and this is the third balance. And we have also got single prints. Okay. So today we need to observe. I think today being an expiry day, we might be seeing some sort of balancing within this range. Okay. Because this entire zone, this entire zone is the demand zone. Okay, so let me now clear all the drawings. So first of all, let me mark the reference. So the reference is going to be the high. Second reference is the high of yesterday. Also, that is the single print. So this is one data point. This is the second data point. And yeah, this is the high. This is the low. Yeah. So these are the immediate three references which I'm keeping right now for the auction, current auction gate which is getting developed. Okay. So let's just look at where the market is. What is the pre-open market session? Today is 19th of November. The auction has closed and 100 points is where the auction is going to open. Okay, 839. So this is 965. 839. Yeah. So around the weaker lows is where the auction is showing that it will be getting open today. Okay. So I'll mark the POC of yesterday as an immediate reference. So this is where the auction is going to open. So first auction development path is we tag the lows, we again tag the G2 low, and then we see some sort of a reversal. This is the first auction development path. Second auction development path is we see continuation to the lower side. Okay, odds are high that this will happen. The third auction development path which I'm seeing is auction opens, it immediately goes higher and tags the weaknesses, and then it just sort of balances. Okay, this is the third auction development path. And the fourth is we're just developing sideways around this particular reference. Okay, so odds of auction path number 1 and number 3 are high. Number 4 is low, or number 2 is low. Yeah. So from odds perspective, let's see what happens. Secondly, we are seeing higher value. So the value is migrating higher. So that is also a data point which you need to factor in. So let me merge this and yeah. So I think the time is 9:14 and the auction will begin in next 40 seconds. So the value area high, value area low, and the VPOF. So these are the three levels. Again, I'll be keeping as a reference. Yeah. So I'm just opening the volume profile chart on the right and market profile chart on the left. Okay. So I'm just getting a call. I'll just take that call. I'll be going on mute, and the auction will open in next 20 seconds. Yeah. So let's see which way the auction opens. Yeah, so sorry for that. And if you see, the auction path number 3 is currently active. So let me delete the other paths so that the charts are pretty clear. And if you see, we are currently getting support in the VPOC level. So now we should see whether we are seeing continuation to the higher side. Uh, yeah, so the auction opened around the POC of yesterday, and auction currently is going higher. Let me now add the order flow chart. Unfinished auctions around the low, trapped buyers around the high, but more or less a lot of positive momentum is coming in. So 4,000 contracts already traded. Let the auction go higher. So the immediate reference is this single print zone. Okay, so overall the auction has opened within yesterday's range. Currently the markets are having low confidence. If you want to take a trade, you can just follow the trend, take a long trade, targeting the value area high or the single print zone, keeping a stop loss below the halfback or below the today's low. So that is one quick scalp long trade which I'm seeing to be happening right now. I would say don't take the trades, but those who are looking for a trade, that's the trade for you right now from the market open. Okay, so we are seeing some sort of rejection. High is poor, low is poor, unfinished auction around the lows. Currently, absorption of supply is happening. We are just a minute left, and 7,000 contracts already traded. So we are currently finding acceptance around VWAP. So let it go higher, let it continue to push higher. And okay, so we also have an HVN here. So I'll also add that data point because that is also a level of support. And we have got one more HVN. So this is one HVN. This is another HVN. Okay. Okay. So you should be now out of the quick scalp long trade. Again, there are trapped buyers. So these are stop loss orders. So you should be out of the trade. We will be expecting, we'll be clearing this auction. This auction will be getting repaired. So the first trade of the day, you should be out of the trade now. I think today I missed calculating the HVL. So some selling activity or profit booking is seen right now, but the high is weaker and the low is weaker. Okay. And let's see the volume, 8,000 contracts traded. Right now it's 1,872. So we should be seeing the auction should be continuing higher. Secondly, one of second thing which I was thinking is the reason why we are seeing poor highs, and a lot of stop hunting activity right at the market close or at the end session is because a lot of people are anticipating to go short. Okay, so that people, I'm talking from the intraday trade perspective, not from the long term or investor perspective, but from intraday short term traders, they are trying to currently short the market, and also overall the current market is weaker. It's not a strong market. So whatever quick scalps or whatever quick profits you can make, you do ensure you make that, because right now from positional perspective, I'm not at all confident. Like, because the overall market is not showing any strength. The current market is a weak market. Okay, so yeah, the time is 9:22. We are now finding support around VWAP. So this should be an immediate reference if you want to take any trades. Again, you can take a long trade, keeping your stop loss below the value area low, targeting the high. So that is again a quick scalp trade on the upper side. The delta is, I think, positive, but it's developing sideways. Yeah, we are having sideways development. So unless and until this 68K breaks, you are safe. You can put your stop loss orders below this range, but we should see continuation to the higher side. Okay, so indecisive candle forming. 1 minute left before the current 5-minute candle closes. So from 8,000 to 4,000, 50% of the volume is already there. So some selling activity happening. So why is the auction trading around the yesterday's half back? So just study. So 4,900 contracts traded, and now we should see continue to the upside. So once the high is tagged, you should be out of your trade. Again, some selling activity is happening. We just go to the minute chart. Yeah, delta is rising. So now we need to observe the tempo, because there are stop loss orders above the current high. Okay, and you should be out of the trade now. Okay, so the second positive trade, quick scalp trade. I think 2 trades for today is enough for this entire week. Anyways, it's just one day left, that is Friday. So volume flow is not so good. Alarming thing is the delta is now reducing, like delta is turning flat. So the poor high is repaired. Now currently the unfinished auctions are there around the lows. So let's see what happens. So what I'm expecting is just some sideways development around the between this single print and this HVN, and I'll be looking for some exhaustion pattern. If I'm able to get that, then that's a good sign to take a short trade targeting the low of today. Okay, but overall value is higher. So from 17th to 18th and today 19th, we are seeing higher value. Prices are getting accepted with higher value. Okay, so now we are again back below the reference, the single print reference, and there aren't any trapped buyers. So if you want to take a short trade, I think don't let's see whether again the high is getting tagged or not. If not, then then you can think of shorting the market. But right now, I'm not seeing any trade locations for the moment. Okay, so let it chop. So now the auction will be chopping. So let it chop, and maybe after 10:30 or 11:30 is where you might find a trading opportunity. So let's see. Okay. So with that, I would like to end the session for today, and let's catch up again tomorrow, Friday, 20th of November, and see how the auction develops. Okay.